And I'm at the Ala Moana Shopping Center, Honolulu. It's the largest shopping center in on this island, actually in the state, Hawaii, and it's just in Honolulu. So I had a meeting here in about 2 hours at 3 p.m. Now the time is 1:15 p.m., February 22nd. Happy President's Day. It's a national holiday here in the U.S. And I thought I'd show you the shopping mall and also the food court. I've come here quite a lot to the food court. I like the food court. There's a lot of choices here, but actually I'm going to a nice restaurant in the middle of the shopping mall. I was invited there by someone who wants to say hello to me, and I've met several times in Hong Kong, I believe. So great, you know, make a new friend, see how it goes. But I'm going to show you around the food court if you don't mind. You know, it's funny. I'm using my telephone. I can never figure out how to switch the camera, which is kind of odd because I wanna like switch the camera around so you can see the other side. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work on this. But if I can always turn my camera around, just like walk with my camera turned around. But there must be a way you can switch the camera to the other side of the phone. And so anyway, there's a lot of people here, and they're all wearing masks. Almost everybody's wearing masks. Not everybody, but almost. So as a matter of politeness, I'm going to wear my mask. And I'm just going to walk through the mall and kind of show you around a bit, if you don't mind. Again, I'm going to turn the camera. I'm going to try to figure out how to turn the camera. Really odd. There's no setting to turn the camera. Oh well, we'll just do it. I'll talk to you as I'm walking. Ala Moana shopping. You know, this is like a central meeting place and on the island. And all the buses. Well, I wouldn't say all, but the main bus lines in here. This is like terminus, and so you can see what it's like here. They have pretty much everything you would want. The prices are reasonable. They're not crazy expensive, like where the fast food chains are, like Panda Express, which is kind of my go-to place. It's always the same price. And, you know, look here, desserts. Doesn't that look yummy? All kinds of desserts. And pretty nice. And like I say, anything you want here, you can get. They got sushi, they've got Japanese, they've got Mexican. Here's a burrito place. Steak, soup, salads, Chinese. It's full of people. And one thing you'll notice about this place is that people are not crazy here about the virus, you know. Soups and salads, steaks. They're wearing masks. So you got steaks over there, you got steak there. Every table was empty. There were like 3 people in this entire area, and I was one of them, because the viral situation was. Okay, sorry, the connection, because I'm in the middle of the building, you know, so the connection we may lose the connection. Oh, look here, they actually have a Jollibee, of course, you know. Everybody in Hong Kong knows what Jollibee is in Philippines. Fast food place from the Philippines. There's a lot of Filipinos in Hawaii. There's a lot of Chinese. There's a lot of Hong Kong. There's a lot of Portuguese. Yeah, trying to think whether Japanese. A lot of Japanese. So you see there, Haagen-Dazs. Philly steaks. Now, another thing that's really interesting about this place is that every place is hiring people for work. There's a real shortage of workers here. Pretty much every job, including fast food places. And so getting a job in Hawaii is not a problem at all. Again, this is Panda. This is where I normally go to eat. I like Panda Express. But today I was offered a restaurant meal. So I'm going to go eat the restaurant meal. It's about $10 and you get more than you can eat. It actually turns into 2 meals. So $5, $5.50 for a meal. And then the other, it's so much food that you save it for the second meal later. And you get 3 main entrees and 2 like side dishes. Ramen. Steak. And one thing I really like is they prepare the food right in front of you. So you can see how the food's being prepared. Not bad. Yeah. And one thing about this shopping center, it's full of shops. I mean, basically every shop is here. I just went down the main area where they have the shopping. It's like everything is there, including the high-end shops. You know, everything. So that's really cool. I actually want to go over to the Ross, which is kind of like a discounted clothing place where they sell brand names at discount. And I like it because, first of all, I don't need anything. I'm looking for something to put on your phone, like you can, what do they call that? You know, like it's the stick. Yeah, something stick, phone stick, where you know you can put on your phone. It's farther away. I'm actually looking for that. They may have that there. And this is Hawaiian food here. All kinds of food. I'm not sure you can really call that real Hawaiian food, but it might be. Let's just see what we have here. Because beef, I wouldn't call beef stew Hawaiian food. Thai food. How much is so there you go. And it's kind of fun, actually. I do come here. I do like to come to this food court. It's a good place to meet people, but not like this. Way too many people here. This curry food. Way too many people here. I wouldn't enjoy this at all. And so, but I did want to show it to you because there's got to be 75 food shops just in this food court. And then there's all kinds of other places outside of here in the shopping mall. And kind of incredible. But everybody's like really afraid, you know, they're talking, oh, you know, the virus is a big problem. I don't see that at all. Sorry. People wearing masks. They have a mandate where you do have to wear a mask if you're indoors at a public place, like by law. But outside of that, if you go outside, you can take your mask off. So here's sushi. cookie, and usually they have samples, but I don't think they have any. Probably not because of the virus, but usually you can go to the cookie company and get samples, which is nice. Coffee shop, cinnamon roll. I'm actually kind of hanging out to the Ross. I don't even know what this is. But look at this. Aja, don't ask me. Fish. There, garlic chicken, veggies. And that one is like a plate is $10 or $11, something like that for a meal. And they give you a lot of food. So cheeseburger place, kind of incredible. But for me personally, too many people. I want to come here in a time. It's actually a public holiday today here. And because it's a public holiday, that means people are out and they're not working. So I think if the weekday wouldn't be crowded at all. I'm actually looking for the Ross where I can find my selfie stick, perhaps. And here's more eating places. This is teriyaki. Crazy. You know, here they have really good public bus transportation. So you don't really need a car here. Of course, it's more convenient, but lots of people have cars here. And you don't really see old cars, you see new cars. So that's kind of the deal. And later on, after my meal at the restaurant with this new friend who asked to meet up with me, I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to stay there till 8 p.m. Sunset's a really nice park, and they have really nice tennis courts too. If you like tennis, it's free. The tennis courts are free. And the park is nice. The beach is really nice. I've been over there before. It's sunrise and sunset, and I enjoy it. So I'm going to go there and hang out later. I'm just going to sit on the beach, watch the set, and it's going to be a nice day today. Today is a public holiday called President's Day, where they honor presidents. And this is Ala Moana Shopping Center. For people who come to Hawaii, you know, this is most people have come here. This is kind of like the main place. It's not too far from Waikiki. It's probably a 20-minute, 25-minute walk from Waikiki, or maybe 20-minute. Now I'm coming in because I'm going to go over to the electronics section, and I'm going to look for the selfie sticks if I can find them. They usually have them out somewhere over here. So every kind of clothing you can imagine, wallets, jewelry, and I find the things very affordable here. So, and the quality is reasonable, but that's kind of weird. I don't see anything that looks like electronics, because every Ross I've been into has electronics. Men's clothing, women's clothing, homeware, shoes. Let me see. That's kind of weird. And usually they have the electronic stuff right up in front, like for phones, cell phones, you know, all you need. But for some reason, I don't see them. They have artwork. They have like specialty foods. And I'm always tempted to get, if I can find a nice painting that will fit on the wall, like I've been to Venice before. It's actually one of the cities I don't care for too much. So I'm not going to get a painting of something. A place I don't like. Now Paris, I'd be happy about if I could find a place of Paris. You know, they're very affordable, like US dollars for that, you know. And yeah, because if I do get the place I'm looking for, Yeah, I'm gonna decorate it up, but I'm not gonna be buying stuff because I have to move it all. I'm gonna have to get a mover to move from one location to the other. Now that I'd be tempted for. See, that's 16, 17 US dollars. And of course, I love America. I'd be tempted to get that. I'm not going to get it now because I'm not going to carry it. But, 17 US is not much. And that would fit in nice. And like if I put that behind on the wall of the studio, and then when I do my videos, online videos, and you see that in the background, that'd be good. I might come back and get that. I just might come back and get that. I don't want to carry it around with me tonight. So the van is coming to pick me up at 8 p.m. and now it's 1:30 p.m. So I'm going to go over to the park, hang out there for a while, and then I'm going to after my meeting. And I'm looking forward to meeting this person. So I won't tell you too much about it because just kind of respect the privacy. But yeah, somebody I think I've met a few times in Hong Kong, and because I was always doing supporting the protesters or the revolutionaries. That's what I call them. And no electronic stuff that I can see. Very strange. Okay, I can live with that. Like I say, that painting of the Statue of Liberty, I think I might come back and get that if it's still there. Because you know how it is. When you see something you like, and all of a sudden it's gone when you come back. I've had that happen a few times. I actually was at the thrift shop, and I saw something I wanted, like some small piece of furniture. I can't remember what it was. I was like gonna go. I walked out the door to just see what was outside, and then I walked back in like 10 feet. And then at the thing I was gonna buy, which was at the cash register, someone was picking it up to buy it at the exact moment. Oh well, I learned my lesson on that one. Okay. They have a thing called Old Navy down there. Now again, I'm gonna kind of show you. I'm gonna go up through the shopping mall, so you can see just full of people. Just full of people. I know that I see it. And I think people they're back, and that's good for the economy. They had to lay off a lot of people who were working here because of the virus. So here you go. You can see what people, people are out and about. I'm going to head down through the main shopping mall because I'm going to go back to Nordstrom, which is where I'm going to go eat. And you can kind of see what's happening here. Okay. That's so cool. Let me just Jollibee, not my favorite place. Filipino love it. It's like a McDonald's from the Philippines. There's the food court. Just a part of the food situation in Honolulu, because right outside there's many more fast food places, and on the mall, because I'm here early. I told the person that I'm here early. If you want to meet earlier, it's fine, because they might just be out walking around like I'm doing. Okay. Well, they're making people. They're checking their vaccination card and their ID to go sit inside there. So if you don't have a vaccination, you don't sit inside in that area there, or you don't have an ID. Which personally, I think that kind of stinks myself. I think that it has no meaning at all now. Very cool. Okay. And I'm happy to see everybody. If you want to make a comment, feel free to. I'm on the phone, and the phone function is not as good as the desktop app because there's many more. Like I can pull up the comments, I can show them on screen, but on this one, I'm not sure I can. Or maybe no one's made a comment. Lovely, all the things. So how do you get up? Look there. I've seen 2 of these now that are closed down. So when they're closed, that's terrible. Okay. C's Candy, famous candy place. And this upstairs is where all the main shopping areas. So let's see if we can figure a way to get up there. Okay. There's more. I think there's more down here. But Cookie Corner. The only thing I would say about shopping, see, look here. It smells really good. Like incredibly good. And I'm sure that would put on a little weight if you ate too many of those, but boy, those sure do. I'm sure they taste great. So and they have like grocery stores here, pretty much everything you can imagine here. Got to put on my mask because people may freak out if you don't have a mask on, Some people aren't wearing masks at all because I think that they're kind of like resisting, which I can kind of get because I think it's ridiculous. I know how the virus is spread, and when you have people that are not wearing masks, it's basically useless for the whole group. And anyway, I won't go there. Now, the thing that's interesting about this place is they have all the high-end retailers here. Cartier, Louis Vuitton, Longines, pretty much everything. So, they're catering Prada. They're catering to the wealthy here, or the ones that just want to spend money on their credit cards. Because as you know, there's a lot of people that don't have the money and they put it on their credit card. They're driven to buy something and they put it on their credit card and then they owe money. And Chanel, I'm actually heading down toward Nordstrom, which is where I'm going to eat today. And Gucci. Now, years ago, I used to buy, I used to have Abercrombie and Finch. I used to buy that brand. I used to buy Saks Fifth Avenue in the 70s and 80s because I had that desire. I thought, it'd be nice to get clothing, but actually it was really stupid. But at that time, they didn't have like brands that they have now that are really good quality, that are reasonably priced, and that are nice. They didn't have those. Either had really like inexpensive clothing, like at the time it was Kmart, Sears, or you had like the really best quality if you could find it, Abercrombie and Fitch, Saks Fifth Avenue. So I bought Saks Fifth Avenue. Looking back on it now, I've changed my mind, about who I am as a person and how I want to be perceived. And I just wear real casual clothing. In fact, today, I asked myself, I said, okay, I can dress up nice because this is a new person I'm meeting. I don't want to dress up poorly. I don't want to be dressed poorly or look poor. I want to look respectable that I'm taking care of myself. So I saved, okay, which is fine. I put on my new Hawaii, that's University of Hawaii shirt, which I got for $6 at the junior college. And I put on some tennis kind of clothing, you know, that I've had for years. For many of you, you probably won't know this, but I used to get free clothing constantly because of my position as a tennis professional. I've been receiving free clothing since I was, gosh, about 15 years old, probably, and the best clothing. So my last brand that I received was Fila, and I could just go get as much as I wanted, and shoes and bags. And when I got off the pro tennis tour, that stopped, but that's fine because I had way too much, and I just wanted to kick back and have an easy life, and didn't really want to impress anybody. If people, you know, they were giving it to me because I had influence with a group of people, a large group of people, through the media or through the pro tennis tour, and you know, people didn't want to wear it. I was like a billboard advertising for FILA and for the other companies I was sponsored by. So Valentino, the way I look at it, it'd be really stupid. You know, even if you're got lots of money and you just go in and you buy something, you're paying like 10 times the price over something you can get somewhere else that's very similar. I think that's really insane. And, you know, money can be used, money's a good thing, but it can be used for a lot of good things to help people, you know. And I work with the homeless people alongside the people, you know, don't have food. I've seen 2 or 3 people who are literally starving here, and children that don't have toys, don't have shoes. Yeah, I mean, gosh, you know, spend the money that way. So that's what I would say on that. And here we go. We'll just kind of go down. I'm so early to my place to eat. It's 2 stories. It's 3 stories. It's ground floor, the first floor, the second floor, full of shops, full of restaurants, big. This is a big area. And then outside, it's just all kinds of, you know, around this building, there's all similar kind of places. So there's Ross, Target, Costco, Sam's, just within a block from here. And they have all kinds of condominiums around here. So they're just surrounding this place. They're expensive, you know, to live here. You're right next to a great beach. You're right next to Waikiki. Very nice. But on the other hand, you know, and you're next to shop. Depends on what you're looking for, you know. Do I want to be around a bunch of people walking around going through a shopping mall? Not really. Do I want to be around a bunch of tourists? Not really. So, yeah, that's the deal there. You just choose what you want to do, you know. And Hermes, Kate Spade. Now this is, I'm going to show you because this is tempting. Okay. Kate Spade. I think, if I could be wrong on this, she committed suicide. She's like a designer, and she was like in her 30s, and she was really, I mean, she was at the top of her game. I don't know why she committed suicide. She committed suicide. And I'm like, what the heck? What's the matter with people that they can't be happy? They have to commit suicide, you know? So, but the thing I like here is the tennis balls. Isn't that nice? The balls have no name on them. They must have gotten them just for the advertising. And the ball hoppers are not real ball hoppers. They're just cages for the balls, but they look like ball hoppers. Quite nice, actually. So may Kate Spade rest in peace. Boy, what a waste of a life. You know, God doesn't want people to do that. We can do a lot with our life, no matter how difficult it is. You can help people. You can be like broke. You can be houseless, which people I work with, and you can go out and help people. You can smile at people. Dior. You can be nice, and look, people are waiting in line to get in there. You know, they control who goes in. They have a guard there. What kind of life is that? You know. So Bloomingdale's. Remember, I started living in New York City, Manhattan, in 1975. And what was interesting is that Bloomingdale's was from New York, I believe. That was one of the main shops. And they weren't all over they were just in New York City. You know, it hadn't spread all over the world. All the big shops hadn't. And I remember, okay, you know, I was never a Bloomingdale fan, but I'd go, you know, I went in and looked at it and said, you know, the style's not. But yeah, that's the way it was way back. The shopping environment has changed, I could say, through the years. And I see someone's on. If you have a comment, feel free to make a comment. I'm on my phone. This is Ala Moana Shopping Center. I did a tour of the whole area here. I wanted to do the part across the street, the beach, because it's really nice. It's really beautiful. I wanted to do that, but I didn't want to do like walk over there. And I've got this meeting at lunch. I want to be fresh. You know, I'm going to go into a nice restaurant, and I wanted to show you the park across the street because it's really nice, and the beach. Probably one of my favorite places downtown. You just go out, hang out there, and you watch. I'm going to watch tonight, and I wanted to show it to you. It's right next to the shopping mall, but probably we'll have to do that another time. And there were so many people here in the shopping mall. I kind of thought, you know, this would be interesting for people to see all the shops, how the people are reacting with the virus. You know, some people are not wearing masks, some are, most are, but there's a few that aren't. And nobody's really like saying anything. Thousands and thousands of people are here. And, you know, in the world, helicopter, in the world, you know, there's like in communist Hong Kong right now, the viral situation is horrible. I've been talking to people who are there now, and they've been telling me what's happening. You know, it's pretty much a lockdown, and they're making people go and get tested, and they're having to wait in long lines. They're having to, like, the schools are closed. Here it's the exact opposite. People are real happy here. Nobody's like freaking out. Of course, I feel sorry if someone dies. I really do. You know, and so it's attributed, and it is from a virus, but I don't see that it's a humongous problem, at least here. So people are just like living a normal life here. Okay. Now I'm getting ready to go into the restaurant here, oh, I see it. Okay, that's where I'm going to eat. Oh, I didn't know what it was. I hadn't been here before. I went to a restaurant at the other end, which was in Macy's, and that was like a regular restaurant. But this one is different. This is like a kind of a outdoorsy place. I think no, maybe this isn't it. This isn't it. It's where I'm going. This is like ice cream. Where I'm going is a restaurant, and I'm going there now to try to figure out where it is. Don't have any idea. Nordstrom is from Seattle. For those of you who don't know, started in Seattle. And actually, the woman whose grandfather started this years ago in Seattle. And she was her name was Nordstrom. So that was interesting. And because I had friends that lived in Seattle, I went to visit them. Okay, so I'll just kind of give you a clue. I'm going to see if I got You know, they have chairs. Why not? Why don't I just sit down in the chair here and wait? Because my meeting is more about an hour and 10 minutes away. So, and it's air conditioned in here. It's very comfortable. So I'm just going to hang out. I'm going to have a seat. Probably no one will bother me, but if they come over and say, oh, you know, do you need some help? I'm just say, well, you know, I'm waiting for somebody and they're out shopping, you know, so they'll leave you alone. But people here are very easygoing and friendly. You don't really have any problems with people. I heard the restaurant going to is, I've been invited to is like an Italian restaurant. So, you know, it's going to be tempting, right? Because I'm actually kind of aware between now and July, I really want to lose weight. And I know I did it before. I lost 20 pounds before in like 3 months, 3 to 4 months. I know how to do it. But, you know, you have to give up certain things like sweet food, sugary drinks, and that kind of stuff. You go to water, you do a little bit of exercise. It's just an hour of exercise a day, simple exercise, and then you change your eating. And I know I can do it because I would love to lose, lose 20 more pounds, 70 or even 30, 90, 20 more pounds. I know I could do it, but so it's going to be a bit tough because I'm going to go to a nice restaurant. You're going to look at things that you like lasagna. I had lasagna at home last night, but restaurant lasagna is different. And whatever, you know, maybe a salad, chef salad, that'd be fine. And yeah, if I can drop weight, you know, I'm going to feel a lot better. I'm going to be healthier, help my health. So that's the plan. And let's see if anybody's on. Oh, well, I do the best I can. I see people popping in and out, you know, going online because this is being broadcast at the same time to Facebook and YouTube. And I haven't really signed up for the service yet. I'm using the free service, which is I'm testing it. But so I'm, you know, when I see people pop in and out, you know, if you like, just make a comment. If you can, make a comment, say where you're from. I always find that interesting, you know, because people from around the world come online. It's kind of amazing. So you can see, I'm at Nordstrom, which is a big shopping mall, and or shopping place in Ala Moana shopping mall. I'm gonna show you around a bit more. Now I know where to sit. Look at that, you got nice seats, totally air conditioning, fresh air. Okay. I'd be afraid to look at the prices of these things because my guess would be they're crazy price. You know, people are foolish. I almost used the word stupid, but I think that's as accurate a word. Are very foolish what they buy. They buy something where they can buy it for 1/5 the price, and they do it just because of the name or where they buy stuff. It's really insane to me. So, oh well, you know, the Bible verse is a fool and his money is easily parted. And I found that to be the case. Now, am I perfect? Absolutely not. I can look back in my life. I can think about all the things I did that were foolish. I wish I'd done differently, but I did what I did. And actually, I'm living a pretty darn good life now. You know, a life that people just, there's a lot of people who want to live in Hawaii and they dream of that, but they don't know how to do it or they don't think they can afford it. And I did it. So now how I afforded it, that's a different issue. If I told you how I live, you'll be shocked and amazed. I'll do that another time. But, you know, I live the way I live and I'm happy about it. I live a very simple life, no pressure, and can't complain. I'm trying to find this restaurant. I think it's on the 4th floor. Did we go up more? We're on the 3rd floor now. It might be on this floor. Have no idea. Oh, there it is right there. Ruscello. I don't know how to say it all because I'm so early. I'm sure my friend is not here. So, but we have a reservation. It's a nice restaurant, and I'll just give you an idea. Oh, and they have chairs there too. I mean, if I was really bold, I'd lay down. I'm tired. I'd lay down and go to sleep. So there you go. And they have basketball game, which is nice. A basketball game. I like that. Where's the tennis? That's what I want to. Oh, and good view. They have outdoor and indoor seating. We'll see. We'll see where they put us. You know, that's where I'm going to eat right there. Italian food. And we're going to talk about Hong Kong. We just get to know each other. So it'd be nice to talk to somebody who loves Hong Kong and wants to see Hong Kong free. And, you know, I know a lot of people like that, but you don't normally meet them if you're away from Hong Kong. And so I've got a really good friend who's a pastor who feels that way, but his viewpoint's a little bit different, but not much. He hasn't lived in Hong Kong for many, many decades, but he still loves it. And then this person, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, and I really enjoy everybody. Oh, it'd be nice to look out the window here. Let's see if we can see out the window. Yeah, you can. We'll walk over here. Too bad we don't. I'd love to have a nice view here. Let's see what we got in the view. Way of a view. They have a lot of tall skyscrapers going up now. It's kind of reminding me of Hong Kong. I think the developers, the government is in collusion with the developers somehow. And what they're doing is they're allowing them to build these crazy skyscrapers, you know, along the water, along the edge. And it's going to turn into like Hong Kong in the future. It's going to take away totally the environment. And I'm really upset about that. I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but you can see there's some tall, you know, those are all residential places in the background. That's all residential there. And then those are all residential there. That's an old one there. The yellow one is an old building. Nice balconies, nice, right next to the park, you know. But now they're doing that all over. They're building up like that here all over. They didn't, it's changed because I've come back for many. I first came to Hawaii in 1986, and there were just hardly any tall buildings here. There were just a few, probably less than 10, something like that, maybe 8. And now there's probably 50 to 75 or even more, 50 to 75. So that's how much it's changed. You know, and really the government has a lot to do with whether they allow that or not. And they just don't realize it's going to be like Hong Kong in the future. People come here because of the beach and the environment and the trees. They don't come here because of the tall building, you know. And okay, you can see ocean anywhere. You can go lots of places in the world and see an ocean. That's not why they come here. They come here because of the environment and the tropical environment, the trees, the beaches. And as soon as they change that, it's going to change that. That's interesting because over there's a swimming pool. It looks like tennis courts over there, at least one tennis court. And whenever I notice a tennis court, I'm like, ooh, there's a tennis court. And, you know, I know how to make things work on a tennis court. All right. I had a great opportunity in Hawaiian. I want to stay near where I'm at now. It's a kind of a rough area, but it has its advantages too. And I want to stay there to keep working in the ministry in that area, reaching out to the people. And I had an opportunity to police athletically somebody from that group. I met them, and they have a huge group of kids that are low income, and they're doing outreaches through sports. And I saw them doing it with basketball and football. And I thought, And I talked to the guy, I said, well, right next to it, we have 9 tennis courts that are not being used. And I said, public courts. I said, that's what I do, and I'm good at it. And so we're going to meet up. And then I'm going to share that he's a Christian, and he wants me to come and share with people there in that group. He wants to introduce me, and I think it's a great opportunity. So I'm going to follow up with that with him with some, see what happens. But whenever I see tennis courts, I'm always like, ooh, great, you know. So, all right, well, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed the talk. I've still got about an hour before my lunch, and I've shown you this area pretty much. I've shown you the Ala Moana Shopping Center, the food court. Unfortunately, I didn't get to the park across the street. I just didn't want to walk over there and take the energy to go over there. But the park is nice. I'll do that another time. And I would love to show you the sunset, you know, because the sunsets are absolutely beautiful, most of them here. And that's a great park to watch the sunset at. So unfortunately, that will be later tonight, you know. Right now it's 2 p.m. and sunset probably around 7, something like that, 7:30. And so I just want to say hi to everybody. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate those of you who are watching. Please go online and either my Facebook or my YouTube channel. You can find it on. I'm getting ready to set up a website which has all that information. I'm getting ready to update everything. But you go to my Facebook, just type my YouTube is just Bob Kraft, and then maybe put in Hawaii or Hong Kong, and you should come up with one. I got 2 Facebooks, so you gotta, or 2 YouTubes, so you gotta. I'm gonna delete one coming up soon, so I'm just gonna go down to 1. And then my Facebook, I've got a page, and I've got my personal page, Bob Kraft Hong Kong, probably would work, or Bob Kraft Hawaii, and just go ahead and then hit like, and then subscribe. Anything you see, subscribe, and then hit the bell, the notification, and then whenever I come on, we'll be able to connect immediately. So that'd be great. And I'm gonna love to communicate with people. So take care of yourself. Goodbye.